Hello and welcome, Magic lovers. This week for the Rogue Wednesday, I have a viewer submitted deck. This deck was submitted by The Last Man. Big fan of Ishkanah, as am I. I think it's a very cool commander. I'm excited that it's finally come down to a reasonable price. It was really highly priced when it was standard legal, and now you can pick these things up for 50 cents. So that's pretty awesome. So I decided to he asked me to take a look at Ishkanah and either go with my own deck or take a look at his and play his. I decided to play his. His looked pretty good, and I think it's actually pretty important to try other people's decks from time to time. Sometimes people play cards that you'd never think to play, and maybe you undervalued them and they end up being really good, and then it changes your perspective. So it's nice to have that other perspective sometimes. And sometimes you realize things that you didn't realize when you look at something from somebody else's perspective. So I decided I'd do that. I may come back and do my own Ishkanah deck at some point in the future. There are some other cards that I'd like to try and some cards that I'm uncertain about. I'm a little bit skeptical about these Explorer cards. Like, I'm not sure they're the Diviner, the Squire, and the Tracker. The Tracker looks like the best of them, but I'm just not sure if these are like that good. And I'm not sure about the Cultivator, and the Parlay seems really, really expensive, but maybe it's just really, really good. So I'm a little bit skeptical of those cards. I'm also skeptical of this Grafstone. I just don't know how it's better than another mana artifact, and there may be times when you actually can't tap this for mana. So I'm a little bit concerned about that, but I'm still gonna try him out. The only changes I did make was that he was only playing Verdant Catacombs, so I added the full suite of fetch lands. Because in a Delirium deck, you play the fetch lands. You're playing Tireless Tracker. I think you play the fetch lands. He was playing Evolving Wilds, which I think is an awful card unless you're looking for a landfall ability, and even then it's pretty marginal. So I cut that for some of these fetch lands, and he is playing Field of Ruin. I decided that Wasteland is also really good, because sometimes Wasteland does what Field of Ruin doesn't. So I mess with the lands, and I'm playing Urza's Bauble instead of Mishra's Bauble, because I am not paying $16 for a card that's going to be reprinted very soon as an uncommon. So I just don't have that card. I'm not paying $16 for it when it's going to get reprinted really soon. It's a little bit worse, but they're almost equivalent. So I went with that instead. Other than that, I left the main cards in the deck pretty much the same. I'm wondering if it's not a great synergy with this deck, but the Shaman, what's the Deathrite Shaman? I mean, it's so good in green and black. I don't know if you should just play that anyways. But there's a good chance I'll look at this deck from my own perspective at some point in the future, and we can look at what cards I might think are better fitting for this deck, and I think there might be some better Delirium enablers than some of these Explorers. But yeah, let's take a look at the deck and we'll see how he does. He says he's had quite a bit of success with it. All right, I got a match. I am on the playing against Tymna and Silas Renn. That's an interesting one. I got 2 black mana, Urza's Bubble, and the play. I think I need to mulligan this anyways. That's actually a much better hand. Grizzly Savage is a great card. And I don't want another land, I don't think. Let's play the command tower, say go. Opponent has his own Urza's Bubble. It's like they're playing Delirium. I get that the Urza's Bubble is good with Silas Renn. You can cast it for 0 mana. Topplegeist. Alright. Taps a creature. Trying to decide if I want a Scrappy Scrounger or Grizzly Salvage. I think it's Grizzly Salvage. I don't know if I want to do it as a sorcery. Yeah, we'll just do it as an instant. Opponent doesn't need to know what we're up to. They can counter it if they really want to. Yeah, they should have saw that coming. This ends up in our hand no matter what. Yeah, I want the cards in my graveyard. Let's go with the Narwhal Dryad. Because it's active immediately. They take it. Not surprising. This Tymna hit coming up is going to suck. You may put the top card of your library into your graveyard. To your hand, activate this ability only if they're... Yeah. Okay. Well, let's play that. I guess we play the Scrounger. It's that or the Rot Farm. We can put a creature and a land. So we're taking a hit from Tymna. Yeah, we'll mill ourselves. We're going to attack. This thing doesn't block anyways. We'll play the Tribe Elder. And then the Rot Farm. And we'll bounce. Command Tower, I guess it doesn't really super matter. Can't seem to stop this card advantage. We have quite a bit of removal. Is there Maelstrom Pulse in this deck? There should probably be Maelstrom Pulse in this deck. Alright, okay. We'll block here. At least stop him from gaining 2 life. We'll get Forest, I guess. What do I want to get back with Green Warden? I mean, there's a chance it gets countered. Tech Edge. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, we're not playing the Green Warden. Yeah. Do we? Alright, yeah, let's, no real downside to that. What's this guy do? Not a lot. Oh, it's exiled, isn't it? I forgot. I was thinking it was in my graveyard. I don't know if there's a real strong reason to do this then. Are we doing anything else this turn though? I guess the tracker in a land. Is that right? Those other creatures aren't too great right now. Oh, let's just grab a swamp. And play the tracker. This thing can't block. We're still a long way from dead. We're getting card advantage to death right now. Because Tymna is frickin' stupid. I'll probably block the Mesmeric Fiend. I wanted the Gnarlwood Dryad more than I wanted this thing. This thing's pretty good. I don't think my opponent gives me that opportunity. Yeah, I didn't figure they would. Taxian Probe, they see my 6 mana cards. I can play Ishkanah. I wonder if it gets countered. There's probably a good chance it gets countered here. Unless my opponent taps down. Tap your blue mana. Please and thank you. Okay, opponent's playing Silas Renn. I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's hope. They can't force spike with this. They can daze. How much does this thing cost? This thing costs 8 mana. And they can force a will. There's not much playing around those, and if we... Okay, it resolves. This thing... Can't block. Alright, this might actually stop the beats for a second. Fatally pushing the tracker. Not sure what that does. I mean, that thing can grow if we have the mana to grow it. Opponent does have Delirium, so they can tap down the Ishkanah. Oh, I see. That's what they want. They want to keep their Delirium around. And opponent scoops it up. They can't get through. I mean, my hand's really good, so, like, it just keeps going from there. Huh. Alright, we got another game. We are on the play. Playing against Maelstrom Wanderer. Alright, the mana is good enough. Wasteland's actually really good against Maelstrom Wanderer. They need all their mana. We're on the play, so we can temple. Need like a colored mana source. I'll keep that on top then. The best play here would be like a mana creature. Do I go for... This sets my board forward, but he could play like a Signet or something like that. I think I still want to set my board forward before wastelanding him. I think it puts me in a better position. We'll go for the 2 mana. And then, yeah, we don't need the hanger back yet. Alright, so I might hang her back next turn. Alright, opponent plays basic island. Opponent does have a Signet. We can at least slow him down a little bit. So, let's attack first. Not that it matters a super lot. They're basically tapped out. They can't use that Signet for mana. I think we definitely wasteland them. And then I think the hanger backwalker is a fine play. Might spend a few turns pumping it up. At least one turn, because it's twice as effective as a 2/2. Alright, tapped mana into a Grim Monolith. Ooh, that's bad news. Got rid of their green mana, though. I really would like to be able to do something with that Grim Monolith. Yeah, Field of Ruin isn't as good. Each player searches their library for a basic land card, so he could just get a green mana and then he's basically off to the races. So let's play the Quagmire, swing with the Scrap Heap Scrounger. And hope my opponent doesn't get green mana anytime soon. Not green mana. They still have a lot of mana. They're tapping down the monolith for a Thran Dynamo. Okay, that hardly counts. Yeah, I don't know if there's much we can do here. If my opponent gets green mana, we're probably dead. Inexorable Blob. So right now this is 5 damage. It's a 5-turn clock if we start swinging. If I make this a 3/3, we do 3 damage this turn, and then we have 6 damage, which is still a 4-turn clock. So it's the same clock. But with this thing, we have 9 damage next turn, so it's a 3-turn clock. Either way, we don't have Delirium. I could just swing with this. I think I swing with this next turn. I think I play the blob and pump up the hanger backwalker. I think it's the play. So let's attack here. No real reason not to worry about that. Let's play the blob. Counterspell doesn't really concern me. I got a green mana. Alright, well, I mean, it's all on what they hit with their Maelstrom Wanderer. It's kind of a race situation. We can make a 5/5 with Nissa. Because they're probably going to swing. I wonder if I block with a hanger backwalker. It seems alright. Opponent trying to figure out their mana. They can do it without tapping the Grim Monolith. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Are they trying to decide if that's what they want to do? Signets are always a hassle on Magic Online. Alright, that looks like they figured it out. Let's see what these hits are. Sometimes they're just ramp spells. For example, World Breaker is not a ramp spell. He can hit my temple. It also makes it so that we can't... Oh man, World Breaker is actually really, really bad for us. Okay, he hits the Scrap Heat Scrounger. It's still really bad for us. That's not the kind of thing we wanted him to hit. It has reach as well. So if my opponent stays back with it, which is the smart thing to do, they're cultivating. I think they can just swing with the Maelstrom Wanderer and then... Alright. Well, let's block the 7 commander damage. The damage is super significant. Let's make a bunch of 1/1s. Alright, and then... My opponent didn't hit a land, so we can still play Nissa. And I think we do. And then hit him with... It's a bunch of damage. We got 3 card types in our graveyard now. I guess just a swamp is fine. Yeah, because we get artifact creature by blocking there. So we don't get an exorable blob yet. We could. It does less damage. We could use this to untap and then use the Fatal Push to kill something that it doesn't kill. And then we get a blob. It does less damage this turn, but more damage the following turns, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if we really get through. Well, we're playing this in no matter what. We're untapping the land. Well, return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. And we're not doing that yet. Let's untap a land. I mean, I guess Hissing Quagmire. And then... Did we go for the inexorable blob plant? I don't think so. Do we keep back chump blockers? This is 8, 9, 10. We can keep back 1 chump blocker, and we still have a 2-turn clock. So let's keep back a chump blocker. Opponent might remove it, but... Alright, opponent's at 9. Three visits. Not a concerning card. Might be relatively free though. They might still have some big mana spell in their hand that they're free to cast whatever they want at this point. could still play a Karn or something like that, which would be super bad for us. Or a volcanic fallout. Alright. That does 2 damage to them. This is tapped and attacking. So, if my opponent attacks with both of these creatures, I can use the Fatal Push then to get 4 card types in my graveyard. And then that's 6 damage right on this guy, and then I can Hissing Quagmire. Maybe I shouldn't have. I didn't realize it was until your next turn. Maybe exposing the Hissing Quagmire was wrong. Shardless Agent. Alright. For more ramp. Jace. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have exposed my Hissing Quagmire. I should have done the Bayou. Yep. Maximum punished. Now, opponent left a blocker back anyways, which we would need an actual revolt to get that out of the way. There's a revolt. Oh. Opponent's dead anyways, aren't they? They didn't kill Nissa for some reason. They went for 7 damage at me. And we get the game, good game. A little bit aggressive going after me when you're at, that little life. I made some mistakes myself, though. I guess they evened out. Alright, we got another game. We are on the draw. We're playing against Tymna and Bruce Tarl. I don't have green mana. I think I can survive several turns without green mana. We'll keep this. Thoughtseize is pretty good, I think. Guess that's kind of like a massive understatement. Of course, Thoughtseize is good. Except when it gets Thoughtseized. Take my spider spawning, would you? Alright. Well, we got our Thoughtseized. Alright. A green spell, that's what we wanted. Alright, opponent can't play counter spells. I really would not like a green spell now. Or green land. Nyx Weaver is really good. It also blocks Tymna. Tainted Pact. Card's so good. It's basically a demonic tutor, but it's an instant. It has some downside, but when you have redundant cards that you're looking for, like Swords Plowshare or Lightning Bolt, or they're just looking for a land apparently. Or a few Wrath type effects, then it's really good. You're not likely to have to cut through your whole deck. Alright, there's Tymna. That is not a land. It's decent at least. I think I'll block with it. But we only have one, maybe 2 turns without another land, without a land drop that we can survive. I don't know if he kills this. I don't know if I block with the bird. Just it's not a bird. It's a thopter. Fairgrounds Warden. Oh, okay. Well, I don't get that choice anyways. That sucks. All right, Greenland. I think our best option is this guy. Which I probably should have played post-combat. I don't know about Scrapcreep Scrounger. This deck doesn't seem like it's super aggressive, but like a creature that can't block. It just doesn't seem like it's super good. Opponent can play Bruce Tarl and get in for some damage. Wear and tear. Oh my god, ouch. Well, it activates our delirium. Alright, does that do anything? I guess we get a Bayou, we play Eternal Witness, we get back. I think I want to land, honestly. Nyx Weaver is really good, but we can put this land right back in our graveyard. Yeah, let's take the land. We can play Ishkanah next turn. Hopefully that stems the beats. Bruce Tarl is most likely coming down here. Is this a Planeswalker? Yep. Ooh, that hurts. Yeah, you don't want to leave that guy back. No attacks. Probably just chumped out, block the big bad with the spider. Alright, opponent goes for the throat of Ishkanah. Gives Tymna flying. We block, and I don't love blocking here. We'll block here. It's fine. I really wanted an untapped land there. We got 3 creatures in our graveyard now. So I think this merits, it's at least decent. Let's go for spider spawning. Let's rot farm, turn a forest, say go. I could probably take a beat here in order to hit it Elspeth. Yeah, I'm going to take some damage here. It's a riskier line. Maybe? I don't know if it's really even that risky. It just gives it one more card. And we take a little bit more damage. We're at 9, which is unfortunate. We can't actually kill Elspeth, so something's flying in at us next turn. They could bruise Tarl, and we're in some trouble. Dark Ritual for a Ranger of Eos. I haven't seen that card in 1v1 Commander in a while. Which, it's really good when you get Mother of Runes, Grim Lavamancer. Yeah, I don't know if we're getting out of this. We can't hit Elspeth, not through the Ranger of Eos. Maybe. Maybe it was too risky not blocking. I could have at least blocked Tymna. I don't know. Alright, there's Grim Lavamancer. There's Mother of Runes. Dread Wanderer. Alright. Do I have to kill the Mother of Runes with this Gear Hulk, or can I kill Tymna? I think I have to kill the Mother of Runes. Otherwise, my opponent can just protect and get in for a ton of damage. Now, we'll get in next turn, hopefully. With this menace creature. Unless they kill it. Yeah, I kill it. Tymna always has all the answers because they draw so many darn cards. This one is only if you have 1 or fewer cards in your hand. Block that. Block that. Do we just... They're probably going to ping this guy. I doubt this was the right play, but gotta do something. I don't know. Yeah, they're pinging one of these to keep the Ranger alive. That makes sense. No free cards for you this turn. Selfless Spirit is... Oh, man, how brutal is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play Ishkanah. I don't know if it gets me out of this. I don't think it does. I think if I had hit my mana on time, like this might have been a different game. I don't know. It still had the answers. But if we had been able to stop one or more of those... Alright. Alright, well, throw in the towel there. We've been able to stop Tymna's draw 1 or 2 times. Like, maybe that would have made a difference on how many answers they were able to draw. So tired of seeing this card. Alright, got another game. We are on the play. Playing against Avacyn Archangel. Hand looks fine. Renn is pretty awesome. So let's go with the Deadeye Tracker. See if that card's actually any good. It's a rare. And it can just keep pumping itself up. So of the Explorers, I think this one's the best. Alright, we don't have anything in their graveyard, so let's just go ahead and swing in. And hope my opponent doesn't have a wasteland or something like that. Let's play the Gagari Rot Farm. Transform this into a... when it transforms, it kills any creature. Okay. Thought it was like non-demon or something like that. Not familiar with all of these cards. Opponent still has nothing in their graveyard. So let's just swing. Probably play the Blob. Let's just go by you. This deck can be kind of aggressive. We're not activating Delirium though yet. I doubt my opponent's actually going to, like, destroy a creature. So, Renn, like, we don't have a way to, like, get these things in the graveyard to keep recurring them or anything like that. No sacrifice outlets. Put the top 4 cards of your graveyard in your... Okay, so we can do that now and hope we hit Delirium. If we don't, we're going to start taking some damage. What do we got? We got 2 card types. We hit almost all lands. And then a vessel. That sucks. That wasn't very lucky. Well, I mean, trading 4 life for 4 life right now is probably fine. This thing can do 2 damage to something. Chroma's Vengeance. Alright, well that's one way they can destroy things. They can destroy things with a Wrath or something like that. So maybe I've overplayed into Wrath. But we do have this Renn, so I think we can... Opponent has a Wrath. I'm not that worried about it. It also puts a bunch of creatures in our graveyard. Deadeye Tracker. Alright, opponent name Deadeye Tracker. Which actually we're more than happy to trade. If we play the Maelstrom first, the opponent's probably not going to block. Let's just attack. Path to Exile, okay. Alright, I'll take that, yeah. Let's get Swamp. Got a forest in our hand. Opponent does not block. I don't know. Ishkanah without anything on it isn't that great. Spider spawning for 0 is actively awful. Don't have a way to activate. I guess we just go for Maelstrom because it's a body. And Hissing Quagmire because it's also a body. We do have to worry about this Archangel Avacyn though. Creatures you control become indestructible. I guess with the Maelstrom we can just swing in anyways. Alright, opponent comes back. They're playing Exquisite Firecraft. They lost connection for a couple minutes there. So, I was thinking that my opponent was mono white when I said that they wouldn't be using destroy effects. I forgot that Avacyn is actually white-red. Well, that's pretty darn good. Let's play that. Let's equip that. Swing. And then let's use that on that guy right away. Alright. We're up to 3 card types because my opponent killed my Maelstrom. We can now explore with the Deadeye Tracker. We have a Jit, which turns out is pretty good. Alright, got another game. I am on the play. Playing against Shu Yun. Alright, hand looks great. Let's keep it. This temple's a little bit awkward, but we can probably work around it. I think I still want to play the Vessel. Looks like standard 1 year ago. Yeah, my deck definitely looks like standard 1 year ago. His deck, I assume, is playing, other things. Oh, Wayfarer's Bauble is interesting. That's seems pretty good. I'm gonna put in artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. Yeah, that's like almost anything we want. I don't know what that doesn't name. Oh, instant sorceries. So it's got to be a permanent, basically. Right. Opponent plays a Chancery. Chancery. There's no U. So let's crack this vessel. I want to try the Diviner, but I think the hanger back is correct here. Let's play the hanger back. Although hanger back would have put an artifact in our graveyard. Yeah, I think I actually want this dress. Alright, opponent plays Plains and then cracks the Wayfarer bubble. They're not playing Shuyu this turn. Well, the longer they wait, the closer we get to Noxious Gearhulk. So what can I get with this? I can get a Tireless Tracker that I can't play. I think I'm not going to do it this turn. I might do it on his end step. Let's duress my opponent. Tidings, wow. Crimson Wisp, Azorius Signet, Gutter Snipe, Galectrode. I think the Tidings, like the Crimson Wisp, doesn't protect from the Abrupt Decay. So what do we get? We're pumping the Hangerback Walker. Kindly Stranger, Inexorable Blob, run a map. Actually seems really good here. I think we'll get that with the Worldly Tutor. Though we might not have enough mana to pump up this if they go for... Alright, Electrode is like the least of my worries. Target creature or player. Doesn't have haste. Alright, they play Garrison. Risky mana base. Let's take another look and make sure. Rona map seems pretty good. We could Marin, which just gets us back a creature. Doesn't get us a land. I think I still want the Rona map. Let's play the Misty and we'll swing. I think I need to keep up these things. Maybe I should sack that before I have to do anything crucial. Alright, you got a gutter snipe. And a signet. Okay, that's fine. I guess I don't need any. Yeah, it's actually risky to play the Golgari charm. Go to the end step just in case. And then Overgrown Tomb. Nope. We do have 5 card types. I still want to keep like mana up though. Got a lot going on here. Why did I play a land from my hand? I just like auto-clicked that. I don't know, it's hard to go wrong if we... Noxious Gear Hulk? Opponent can Shu Yun for like a lot. Yeah, let's just say go. Alright, we take 1 damage from the Electrode. I could kill it now. Is this going to do much else? Destroy target enchantment. Regenerate each creature you control. That's actually pretty good, isn't it? Let's hold on to it. Alright, Shu Yun. Hope he doesn't have a protection spell. I want him to waste this Crimson Wisp. Is that it? I can wait to see if he pays for this. He can't pay for this, can he? Oh yeah, no he can. Alright, awesome. That to me? Okay. Opponent then doesn't draw a card. Opponent's thinking on their second main. Alright, they go to the end step. Let's activate this guy. Say go. We can play a pain-free swamp from our graveyard. And then I think we play Ishkanah. I want to wait and keep this Gear Hulk. Ishkanah should stave off. Do we attack or do we pump up this guy? The opponent can still... Yeah, they can block and then ping it. It's not a great trade, but it's a thing that they can do. Alright. Not something I'm worried about. They are starting to stack up some incremental damage against us. Opponent didn't tap the Electrode. I want to make Hangerback Walker bigger again. Unless I need this Golgari charm for something. Opponent throws in the towel. Interesting. Alright, got another game. We are on the draw. Playing against the same person that was playing Avacyn a bit ago. They've switched decks to Drana. This hand looks great. Opponent plays Skull Clamp. Now let's play a Dryad. It's a pretty good draw. Now, Brain Maggot. Okay, this is a non-land. So they can, I'm guessing, Hangerback Walker. Alright, they do indeed take the Hangerback Walker. We could sack this, explore. It'd have to be a 3-card type thing to... This gets better. I don't know if I want to swing with this. Is this better than Hangerback Walker? Probably not. Let's attack. I doubt my opponent's going to block anyways. Yeah. Alright, so let's go for a fetch land to put 1 card type in our graveyard. Let's go for a Bayou and let's explore. Alright, we hit a land. So we got an 0-3. And here comes Drana, I assume. I guess we're templing. We definitely don't want that. Alright, well, Drana's going to become a bit of a problem. I had to have been a misclick. Oh, wow. Opponent going wide. kind of want that, and I kind of want Vizier. I think Vizier is probably better. Alright, so we're taking some damage. Need a way to deal with that Drana. Alright, go for the throat on the Vizier. Well, we're not gonna get anywhere if we don't put some card types in our graveyard. Deck's just not doing anything right now. Let's swing. Which is a danger with this kind of a deck. I mean, this is the first time I've really seen it just completely not work. Alright, you can have Traverse, I assume. No? That can't be right. Doubling Season just costs so much mana. Yes, definitely. And it turned on. Alright, well. I guess they both kind of turn on Delirium. Alright. Well, now we got some spiders. We can at least chump block Drana, which keep the Douthy Slayer from getting out of control. That's fine. Need an answer for this thing. Alright, I'm going after our land. I can't let this thing keep getting bigger. Yes. Oh, jit. Alright. But we do have an active Mind Rack Demon, Damnation, Nyx Weaver does have reach, but it's not that great. Eternal Witness, Tireless Tracker, Nissa, Kindly Stranger. We don't have a land. Yeah, we can't. So we can do 4 mana. Alright, to the slaughter is not a creature. The blob. Run a map. It's like Run a map is like actually our best creature right now. Can we do something for 5 mana next turn? Like turn something on? Let's play the Jet. Let's equip the Jet. And swing. And let's traverse. Just using up our mana. Probably a bit ambitious to get a Worm Coil. We could get a Verdurous Deerhulk. Is that going to help us? Does that thing have reach or anything? That has trample. It's pretty big. Yeah, we'll go for it. Can't take a beat from that thing. Airbow's Titan. Alright. Sure. Let's play this guy. If they have removal for the spider, we're not quite dead. We're pretty close. For any number of... So... We'll do that. Guess we could have made this just a 5/5 and traded for it, maybe. It has Death Touch. I didn't even realize that. All right. Opponent's at 11. We're at 5. I think removal might kill us. All right, so let's... Okay. Let's block there. Let's block there. Okay. And one more for this guy. They get 2 cards, but let's do this before they get the option to do anything about it. Definitely don't want to activate the Blighted Fin right now, because I just sacked the spider. Alright, they're going to kill the Verdurous Deerhulk. Alright, makes things difficult for us. We need a blocker for this Drana. We're not dead to it yet. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem as well. Damnation? Might as well grapple. Grapple gets back what? Creature or land. So we can't play any of those. Oh man, this is way too close. We might get something we can play, but is Rummanap just better? It's a blocker. Let's swing first. Swinging actually deals with 2 creatures. That's actually pretty good for us. So we can play that. And then we can play Rummanap. We can't afford to take a life. So let's just play the Bayou. And let's say go. We take 4 from Drana. Oh my god. Alright, we can we survive that? We can kill it, and then we block everything. Alright. It's definitely not a great position. Alright. That's fine. Can't let that thing attack. We could block this and draw him 2 cards. Gets rid of a creature. That's probably the right thing to do. We're dead no matter what. Not a land. Really needed that to be a land. Alright, well we're not. It's actually pretty good. It's a removal spell at least. Get rid of that. Oh, we paid 1. Oh, I paid a life. Oh my god. Well, that wouldn't, would I have been able to? I think I was dead no matter what. That was my only out. Oh well. Got another match. I am on the draw. I'm playing against Krenko guy, who is, of course, playing Krenko. His hand looks very keepable. Golgari Charm seems great. Alright. Let's play the Bayou. Say go. Gotta admire his dedication to his favorite commander. He really sticks by this guy. Alright, Metallic Mimic on Goblin. That kind of turns off my Golgari Charm. I think I have to kill that. Otherwise, my Golgari Charm doesn't do a whole lot. I guess I could kill an enchantment or something like that. It seemed like a worthwhile thing to kill, though. Metallic Mimic. It's gonna make all of the goblins into a threat. Alright. Denizen. And then Sparksmith. That thing can be a problem. Well, I think Sakura Tribe Elder is probably better than the Diviner. Opponent can tap the Sparksmith to kill it, but we'll just... Now, Krenko's going to be a problem unless we have a way to kill it. Let's sack that. Okay, what, Forest, I guess? It's marginal difference, but I think Forest is correct. Goblin King. Alright. That's as good as a Krenko, really. Unless I kill it. Alright. Well, let's play this thing. Come on, counter. I hit another land. I mean, what are the odds on that? So we kind of need a Wrath. Any number of goblin cards and put them... Yeah, I think this deck needs more Wraths. Against Drana, like that's all I was hoping for the whole time. Against Tymna, you want Wraths. Just having one, like not having Toxic Deluge, and possibly like another one. There have been a lot of times where that was all I was hoping for was a Wrath. That is a lot of goblins. Alright. I don't know if it says what order they're in. Okay. Oh, we're getting bushwhacked. Well, that's a lot of damage. Five, 8, 11, 14. So we're at 13 life. It's kind of Wrath or Die here, I think. Verdant Catacombs. We can make an 8/8 Verdurous Gearhulk, which I don't think is good enough. Maybe I shouldn't have sacked that. Let's get a swamp, I guess. We can make a 2/2. We can return a Sakura Tribe Elder. We got 3 card types, so this is 10 mana. This is an artifact creature. I think this is... We're just going to hope we can live another turn. Oh no, Krenko makes everything give haste, and then they're... Yeah, we're dead. I think no matter what. Opponent had a really good hand. Sparksmith, it turns out, is really, really good. Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? I decided I wanted the this version of it. I've been wanting to pick up this card for a while. It was pretty expensive, but it's dropped in price since it's not a standard staple anymore. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Alright. Well, that's... And they all have Mountain Walk. Yeah. They're all... I have Haste. Do they not have Haste? They don't have Haste. Oh, they will have Haste, I'm pretty sure. Oh, into your hand. Okay. They don't go onto the battlefield. Never mind. Am I just dead? 3, 6, 10. Yeah. Oh, it's target creature. 3, 6, 10. Alright, let's kill that thing. Oh, no, we can't. Yeah, we can. Just barely. Fine by me. We have 1 life. Well, let's see what happens here. We're probably dead. It's gonna hurt. Oh yeah, we're totally dead. Because they just have to do 1 damage to me. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good game. draw for my opponent. Not enough wrath in this deck, I don't think. So, I did like the deck. I liked it quite a bit. I thought some of the pieces were really, really cool, and when it worked really, really well. I do think, I mean, the variance on our explorers, like hitting 5 lands in a row, when most of the time we wanted, I mean, that's kind of the problem, is when you don't always get what you want out of the explorer, and it's not a guaranteed delirium enabler, and in fact, we never helped our delirium with the explorers. Deadeye Tracker was the best of them, as I said before. It at least scared our opponents enough to eat removal, and for a 1-mana creature, that's pretty good. I'm not going to complain. I think I'd rather see, like, even as like bodies, like the 0/3 did nothing, you know, and then the Squire is a 1/2. Like, I'd like my things to have 2 power. The Squire might. Because Tymna is in the format, if I'm paying 2 mana for something, I really want it to have 2 power. Satyr Wayfinder is an obvious exception, and Secure Tribe Elder, because those cards are great. But anything else at 2 mana, I really want to have 2 power, even if it's a 2/1, just because of Tymna. So I just don't think, you know, I mean, I never drew Deathcap Cultivator, but it's, you know, a little bit better because of that. I still don't think it's great. It's a 2/1 Death Touch, I guess, a lot of the time. It seems fine. The other cards that I didn't really care for were Farika. Am I missing something that makes this work well? I'm not seeing it. It was really difficult to enable the Devotion to make it a 5/5 indestructible, and then its abilities just didn't really seem to do anything. It's one ability, it only has one ability, and it's kind of counter to the whole Delirium plan. It's graveyard hate against your opponent, but I don't know. Doubling Season, I think, is ambitious. And then, other than that, Kindly Stranger, we were never able to make work. It's pretty expensive. Is a 6 mana 4/3, you know, Shriekmaw kind of thing. I mean, it doesn't require that you remove a black creature, but, you know, like, I'd almost rather have Shriekmaw because it puts a creature in the graveyard. Some of the other ones, Crop Sigil and Vessel of Nascency, I definitely understand why they're there. Sinister Concoction is actually worse than the other two. These ones make sense. You know, they put enchantments in the graveyard, and, you know, there's the Rampant Growth one. I can't think of the name right now, but I think that one would also be decent. But Sinister Concoction, I mean, yeah, I should have paid attention. I shouldn't have killed myself with it. I just have never played with a card, and I forgot you have to pay 1 life. That's not the problem. The problem is there's not that much reanimation, so the discard a card is a real cost. It's a real card that you're discarding on top of this card in order to remove a creature, and I don't have a lot of love for it. I mean, I understand why it's there. There's got to be some better ways to get enchantments in the graveyard. There's got to be some better removal, those kind of things. You know, I think Maelstrom Pulse should probably be in the deck. And I didn't care for Scrap Heap Scrounger because it never blocks. I know it comes back and everything like that, but it can't block. And this deck it can be aggressive, but it doesn't feel. It's mostly because of Scrap Heap Scrounger. I think it kind of diverts the game plan, and I'd really rather have Toxic Deluge and those kind of things than something like Scrap Heap Scrounger. I'd really rather push the control plan a little harder and slow the game down a bit, because this deck doesn't seem to do well against really aggressive decks. So, because it's kind of slow itself. It's got a really nice top end, and that works quite a few times for me. And I wouldn't want to change much about that. Boneyard Parlay, it worked for us the one time. I don't know. It's a bit expensive. I might want some cheaper reanimation. Just having reanimate and like no animate dead or anything like that. Like I'd like to see those kind of cards and maybe a 3-mana reanimate or something like that. So, but I mean, it's a cool deck. I think I will probably do my own take at it some point in the future. I think there are a few less efficient cards that could be made more efficient, but all in all, I think this is a very cool deck, and it's a very cool stepping stone towards what I think would be a really great Ishkanah deck. So thank you for watching. Have a good night.